The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball. Play ball! Today's Little League All-Star action is being brought to you by
Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, Bechtel Jewelers, Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the Berkeley County Health Department, Procter & Gamble, Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors John Everson and Phil McCoy, and Parsons Ford.
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame
on
show.
This 2019 version of the West Virginia District 6 Area 1 10 to 12-year-old Little League All-Star Tournament. It is the Losers Bracket Championship game between Martinsburg and Hedgesville. Matt Miller with you. Matt Crawford enjoying a week of vacation. Trip Tobin managing American Legion Baseball tonight. So that leaves me here and back at the studio. We welcome in Caleb Falero. He is our studio engineer and producer for both Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 sports coverage of Little League Baseball. Well, the lineups being introduced to the crowd on hand here, and we take a look at the tournament to this point. How have we reached this Losers Bracket Championship game? Well, it was Friday night when the tournament began with Martinsburg defeating Morgan County 15-1. Saturday in winners bracket play, Jefferson shut out South Berkeley 13-0, while Martinsburg edged Hedgesville 4-3. That took us into Sunday when we had our first elimination game. South Berkeley eliminating Morgan County 15-1, while in the winners bracket championship, it was Jefferson claiming the crown with a 5-2 victory over Martinsburg. That set up play yesterday where South Berkeley and Hedgesville would meet, and that game went the way of Hedgesville by a 9-4 final, and that sets us up for this one today as Martinsburg and Hedgesville have a rematch of a game that was played on Saturday. Well, as we pause here for the national anthem and the Little League Pledge, we'll send it to the studio, take a 2-minute timeout, and then return with a look at today's starting lineups.
Procter & Gamble brands are trusted in millions of living rooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. P&G's Tabler Station plant in Martinsburg, West Virginia, is open and hiring. Candidates must be 18 years or older and possess a high school diploma or GED. No experience necessary. P&G offers an extensive list of benefits and starting wage of $17.50 an hour. To apply, go to pgcareers.com and search Plant Technicians, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Be part of P&G's most technologically advanced location in the world.
It's one of the toughest times you'll ever face when someone close to you passes away. It's a swirl of papers to sign and arrangements to be made, all while you're dealing with grief. At Brown Funeral Home, we encourage you to pre-plan. Pre-planning not only makes things easier for you, it protects you from rising costs. At Brown Funeral Home, our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson.
If you're not progressing in healthcare, you're falling behind.
W Medicine has planted itself here, and they're the first university that I've found who wants to take ownership of this population of Western Maryland, Southern Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, and the good people of West Virginia. And it's really refreshing to see.
I was able to do things that the patients were going away for, which is good for the patients, and it's good for us because we have more resources. It certainly has helped take us to another level.
All right, please both teams return to your dugouts, and may I have the manager of the both teams place a pre-game meeting with the teams. Thank you, and enjoy your night.
We are just about ready for today's opening pitch. The managers meeting together with our four-man umpiring crew, going over ground rules and regulations heading into this Losers Bracket Championship game between Martinsburg and Hedgesville. Time for us to check out the starting lineups. We'll begin with Martinsburg, who will be the visiting team. They are led by manager Victor Lupus with coaches Randy Brown and Tony Gall. For Martinsburg, pitcher Aiden Medina will be in the leadoff spot, followed by the second baseman Jameer Brown, who has moved up a spot in the lineup. Third baseman Christian Alter batting third. The cleanup hitter is the shortstop Braden Oviedo. The number 5 hitter at first base, Sean Parkinson. Batting sixth, center fielder Ben Reisenweber. The number 7 hitter is the catcher, Brett Pedersen. Batting eighth in right field, Matthew Johns. And the number 9 hitter, left fielder, Will Fleming. R.J. Brown, Matty Lupus, Braden Harrison, and Jalen Blair round out that Martinsburg roster. For homestanding, Hedgesville, led by manager Matt Faircloth with coaches Tim Elliott and Josh Canerium. Hedgesville will have shortstop Landon Pence in the leadoff, followed by the third baseman Noah Brown. The catcher is Trenton Canerium. He bats third. The cleanup hitter at first base is Levi Faircloth. Batting fifth, center fielder Rylan Swartz. The number 6 hitter is pitcher Mason Elliott. Batting seventh, second baseman Treston Wysocki. The number 8 hitter is left fielder Austin Maynor. And batting ninth in right field is Jacob Cumley. Colton Stefanko, Jacob Staup, Donovan Smith, and Brian French round out that roster for Hedgesville. The Hedgesville All-Stars come in at 1-1. They have outscored their opponents 12-8 in their 2 games, suffering that 1-run loss against Martinsburg on Saturday, a 5-run win yesterday against South Berkeley. Martinsburg 2-1. They come in outscoring opponents 21-9 as they got the 15-1 win against Morgan County on Friday, the 4-3 win against Hedgesville on Saturday, and then on Sunday in that Winners Bracket Championship suffered a 5-2 loss against Jefferson. As we wrap up play today here in Area 1, Area 2 has already wrapped up. They had just 3 teams over in the area that was being played in Moorfield, and it was Hampshire beating Moorfield 9-4 in Game 1. Bi-State, who drew the bye, then defeated Hampshire 15-3 for the Winners Bracket Championship. And in 9 innings, Hampshire got by Moorfield 11-10 for the losers bracket. So Bi-State and Hampshire have already punched their ticket to the district tournament. Jefferson as well. We'll see which one of these teams will join them in Petersburg. Well, Aiden Medina steps into the left-hand batter's box. We are ready for action, and the first pitch of the game misses a bit low and inside. That is ball 1, and today's opening pitch coming at 5:55. Mason Elliott has been on the mound in this tournament, and it came against Martinsburg. The right-hander to the plate with a fastball taken for a strike, now 1-1. He worked an inning on Saturday, giving up a couple of runs on a hit. He struck out 2 batters while walking 1, did not fare in the decision. From the wind, the right-hander works that outside corner with a called strike 2. Aiden Medina now down in the count. Medina went 0-2 with a walk and a run scored last time out. That was on Sunday in the championship game against Jefferson. The 1-2 on the way, backs the left-hander off the plate as it misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. When these 2 teams met, Medina went 2 for 4, a double, a triple, and also reached on an error, so had a very good day. The 2-2 to the plate and taken for a called strike 3. Medina thought that one might have been low, but he will head back to the dugout, called out on that 3rd strike. That one close enough. Got to try to maybe put it in play or at least make some contact and fight it off. Elliott gets the strikeout, and there is 1 down. It'll bring up Jameer Brown, playing second base today. Right-hand batter, stands about middle of that batter's box. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up in behind home plate, and it will go back out of play for strike 1. Brown went 1 for 1 with a double and a couple of walks in that championship game against Jefferson on Sunday. In the matchup between these 2 teams on Saturday, laid down a sacrifice drew a walk and also had a strikeout, officially 0 for 1. Elliott ready, and the pitch. Good fastball, but missed a bit high, 1-1. If you're watching on TV 10 or WRNR TV on YouTube, you see that wide step for Mason Elliott as he's pitching from the windup. Starts with the feet together, staring in at the catcher, and then steps wide out towards first to gather himself and then deliver to the plate. Here's a bouncing ball on a hop right back to Elliott. He fields it on the mound, turns and throws to first, and Brown is retired. The out will go 1-3. 2 outs, the bases are empty. And to the plate, third baseman Christian Alter.
Next up to bat number 3, Christian Alter.
Martinsburg in the white pants and jersey tops, orange lettering, black trim. The M on the front left chest of those jersey tops. In the right-hand box, Alter swings at the first pitch and sharply lines it into left field. That'll be a base hit. A nice play by Austin Maynor as he went down to his knees to smother that baseball in left field and make sure it did not get by him for extra bases. So Alter is aboard with the 2-out single as it brings up Braden Oviedo. Hedgesville wearing the white baseball pants, kind of a light gray front to the jersey tops, but the backs are white with the blue lettering and gold trim. Hedgesville across the front of their jersey tops. Oviedo into the right-hand box. The first pitch to him with a runner at first and 2 outs, and it is just a bit outside for ball 1. Our umpiring crew has Mike Citro behind the plate calling balls and strikes, with Rick Mathis at first, Donald McIntyre at second, and Dave Boyd at third. Here's a fastball that misses up and in. 2-0 now to Oviedo. 0 for 3 in that championship game on Sunday. Oviedo was 0 for 1, but had a walk and a sacrifice in the game on Saturday between these two teams. 2-0 delivery, down and in for ball 3. Elliott having some trouble finding the strike zone after giving up that 2-out single to Christian Alter. Faircloth, the first baseman, had been in on the grass, now backs up behind the runner at first as the pitch to the plate misses inside for ball 4. So a 2-out base hit followed by a base on balls. Puts 2 on base for Sean Parkinson, the first baseman and number 5 hitter for Martinsburg. Sometimes that last out is a difficult one to find. Elliott ready, and the first pitch of the at-bat sails high and in. Parkinson had squared around to show bunt, pulled back taking that pitch. A ball and no strikes. Mason Elliott kicking some dirt around at the front of that pitching rubber. Makes that wide step towards first, gets into his windup and delivers a called strike to Parkinson. 1-1 the count. Once again, Faircloth coming in down the line at first. 2 outs and 2 on, no score. Top of inning number 1. Elliott with the pitch, and it's a pop-up along the left field line, ranging over the left fielder and a step or so into foul territory. Austin Maynor able to pull that one in. Parkinson with the fly out to end the half inning. Martinsburg threatens with 2 outs, getting a single and a walk, but they'll leave a pair stranded, one in scoring position, and at the end of a half an inning, it is Martinsburg 0, Hedgesville coming to bat.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
No score as we go to the bottom half of inning number 1. Aiden Medina towing the pitching rubber for the Martinsburg All-Stars. Going through his warm-up tosses. The lefty has been on the hill twice in this tournament. First time came against Hedgesville when he gave up a run on a hit in 2/3 of an inning. He would strike out 2 while issuing a walk. He also saw a little bit of time in that matchup against Jefferson as part of the Winners Bracket Championship. You put it all together, and in his 2 outings, Medina has gone 2 innings, allowing a run on a hit with 6 strikeouts and just 1 walk. So he has definitely thrown strikes. We'll see if he can continue to do that today against this Hedgesville lineup. Hedgesville in their 2 games had 5 hits in 23 at-bats against Martinsburg back on Saturday. That's a .217 team average. Against South Berkeley on Monday in the losers bracket, they had 9 hits in 27 at-bats for a .333 average. They won against South Berkeley 9-4, giving them the opportunity to play in this one. Landon Pence in the right-hand batter's box takes a fastball high, ball 1 from Aiden Medina. Pence near the back of that right-hand box, squares around, shows bunt. Third baseman charges as the pitch misses down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Pence 0 for 3 in yesterday's matchup against South Berkeley, but did draw a walk and scored a run, and also brought in a run on an RBI ground out. Again, he squares and shows bunt, takes the pitch on the inside corner. That's strike 1. Pence 0 for 1 with a walk against Martinsburg back on Saturday. He hit 3rd in the order in that game. Breaking pitch for Medina just off that outside corner. May have been a bit low as well, and it's gone to 3 balls and 1 strike. See if Pence gets that green light or not. Medina to the plate with a pitch that misses high, and that is ball 4. So Medina missing up on some pitches to the first batter. See if he can make that adjustment as Noah Brown, starting third baseman and number 2 hitter in the lineup, moves into that right-hand batter's box. Asks for time from the plate umpire Mike Citro. Looks down at his manager as Matt Faircloth goes through a series of signs. Parkinson at first plays in front of the runner, and there goes the runner with a pitch to the plate, and the throw down is not in time, and it's a stolen base for Pence. That throw out in front of the second base bag where Jameer Brown, the second baseman, pulled it in, had no opportunity as Pence gets the steal, and the count to Brown at a ball and no strikes. He showed bunt and then took that pitch. The showing bunt, nothing more than a little bit of a distraction for Brett Pedersen, the catcher, to try to give Pence an opportunity to steal, and he did just that. So the game's first run in scoring position. Martinsburg left runners at first and second in the top of the first inning. Brown again trying to bunt, bunts it right out in front of the plate. It's picked up by Pedersen, and his throw to first is not in time. Noah Brown is going to reach on the bunt base hit. He popped that bunt up just a little bit. It hit in the dirt and had just the right spin on it, and it trickled out towards that grass between the mound and the plates. No chance for Medina. Pedersen picked it up and made that throw to first, but could not get him. So runners now at first and third for Trenton Canerium, who fouls away. Strike 1. Pence advancing from second to third on that bunt base hit. Brown aboard at first, did not make a move towards second on that first pitch to Canerium. He stays again as Canerium fouls this one straight back. Count now at 0-2. Canerium 2 hits in 3 at-bats, also had a walk and scored a couple of runs in yesterday's win against South Berkeley. In the matchup against Martinsburg on Saturday, he went 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a sacrifice in that one. Plate umpire Mike Citro needing some more baseballs, and now we're back to action with an 0-2 pitch due to Canarium. Here it comes. Off-speed pitch bounced towards the third base line, gloved by the pitcher, and the throw to first in and out of the glove of Sean Parkinson. He could not handle it, and everyone is safe. Pence at third started down the line, but with a play in front of him, the ball rolling down that third base line, he stayed. Noah Brown able to go from first to second, and Trenton Canarium reaches at first on what will likely be ruled an error as the throw just a little bit low from the pitcher Medina, who went over to the line and picked it up, but could have been handled by Parkinson. He just didn't hold on to it. And now with the bases loaded and nobody out, Levi Faircloth takes ball one up and away. 1-0 delivery to the plate, and down low, it's 2-0. So Medina laboring a bit here in this bottom of the first inning. Still no score, but Hedgesville threatening. 2-0 on the way. Faircloth late on that fastball. Now 2 balls and a strike. A walk, a bunt base hit, and an error has Hedgesville threatening with the bases loaded and nobody out. 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss again by Faircloth. Medina came fastball first time, blew it past him. This time took a little something off with a curveball. Left it up, but Faircloth missed it, and now the 2-2. Here it comes, and that fastball's popped foul out of play first base side. We'll do it again with the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Medina's pitch counts right around 15 to this point. Working from the windup. Comes back with that 2-2 pitch. The curveball, a swing and a miss by Faircloth, and he's down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Nice pitch from Aiden Medina. Takes a little of the speed off of it, had a nice break to it. He gets Faircloth for the first out. The bases remain loaded for Rylan Swartz. Swartz had a hit and 4 at-bats, drove in a run yesterday against South Berkeley. Up in a key situation, takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Against Martinsburg in the earlier matchup, he went 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and a run scored. Swings and lines this one into right field. It's a base hit. Pence will score. Brown being waved around. Here he comes, and there won't even be a throw to the plate. Wise decision by Jameer Brown, the second baseman, as he took that relay throw from Matthew Johns and then held on to it as Pence and Brown both come home to score. It's a 2 RBI base hit for Ryland Swartz, and Hedgesville has the early lead. Runners at first and second as Canarium went to second base on that hit. Swartz at first after driving in a pair. It brings up Mason Elliott, who takes high for ball 1. There you go, a clutch base hit for Swartz. Went the other way with it. Elliott a chance to help his own cause. Pitcher versus pitcher here. He squares and shows bunt and takes that pitch that just missed for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes the counts. Tristan Wysocki due next. 2-0. Swing and a miss. That went in under the hands of Elliott. Could not keep the hands inside of it and swung right over the top. So now the 2-1-2 with the runners at first and second. And this pitch high and outside. Now goes to 3 balls and a strike. Already a walk in the inning for Aiden Medina. That 5-pitch walk got the inning started. A bunt base hit, an error, a strikeout followed, then the 2 RBI single. And here's a pitch that misses inside. That one bounced off of the mitt of Pedersen, the catcher. Hang on, that is 3-2, so that one actually skimmed off the bat. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pedersen could not hang on. So now the 3-2 pitch hit in the air into center field. Ranging over to his left and grabbing that one on the run is Ben Reisenweber. Nice grab to get to that fly ball and hold the base runners as Canarium stays at second and Swartz at first. 2 outs in the inning on that fly ball out into center field. Brings up Tristan Wysocki, second baseman, number 7 hitter in the order. Looking to do a little 2-out damage against Aiden Medina. And the first pitch outside for a ball. showing bunt. It had the third baseman Alter coming down the line. That meant the shortstop Oviedo had to go over to cover third with that runner at second. Wysocki again shows bunt and takes this pitch just up and away. Pops in and out of the mid of Pedersen. The runners hold at first and second. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Wysocki. Pitch counts getting up there for Medina. Now that 2-0. The curveball wraps around the outside part of the plate for ball 3. Started it out just a little too far, and as it had that bend to it, rather than catching the outside corner, it went around the plate. And now the pitch in there for strike 1. Wysocki, 2 for 3 yesterday, a couple of hits, an RBI, and a run scored in that win against South Berkeley. Takes this pitch for a called strike 2. He was already pitching the bat away and heading to first. That was a letter-high strike right down the middle. He'll come back and get ready to go at it again. He was 0 for 2 in the game against Martinsburg on Saturday. He'll swing and send this one foul, third base side. That one in and out of the bare hand of the manager, Matt Faircloth. Could not quite make the play. So the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes as Wysocki will step back in, await the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes, and he gets him swinging to retire the side. So Aiden Medina able to get out of a huge jam that saw the bases loaded with nobody out. He gives up just 2 runs on the 1-out, 2 RBI single from Rylan Schwartz. He does strike out a couple in the inning, facing 7 Hedgesville batters in the bottom of the first. 1 inning in the books with the score, Hedgesville 2 and Martinsburg nothing.
Welcome to La Bella Vita, named for my Grandma Vita. Our mountaintop getaway honors her legacy while complementing the home's spectacular views. This recently renovated property boasts a breathtaking landscape of Deep Creek Lake while providing great open interior spaces for a sensational vacation. You'll immediately notice the great room allows for entertaining, dining, and relaxing after long days on the lake or skiing on the slopes of Wisp. Your family and friends will enjoy relaxing in all the open spaces. The home features 6 bedrooms, including 4 that are private suites. And each of the 4 levels of this home feature amazing visibility as far as the eye can see. Like our family, we hope you enjoy making memories here on the mountain. We love sharing the spacious, warm, and inviting home that overlooks the lake. Cheers to the beautiful life, La Bella Vita.
Matt Miller with you, Caleb Valero, our studio engineer. We are moving to the top half of inning number 2. 2-0, Hedgesville with the lead. Martinsburg with the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up, facing Mason Elliott in the first inning. We had him right around 15, 16 pitches, 8 of those for strikes. Did not allow a run, did give up a hit, walked a batter, and struck out a batter as well. As he finishes his warm-up tosses, we remind you, stay with us as we wrap up here. We'll take you to Westwood One sports coverage of the College World Series. Did you enjoy last night? I enjoyed tuning in as the Michigan Wolverines pulled the upset, if you will, knocking off Vanderbilt by a final of 7-4. Some huge hits, a couple big home runs, nice defensive play with an outfield put out on a throw out at third base. All of that helping Michigan to the victory, and now a win tonight. They'll be the national champions. A Vanderbilt win tonight. They'll do it all over again tomorrow night in that decisive Game 3 of the best-of-3 final series. Catch it all right here on Talk Radio WRNR. Well, action underway with Ben Reisenweber standing in, and he takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Reisenweber in the number 6 spot in the order. Starting center fielder, made a nice running catch in the last half inning. Takes this one as a strike on the outside corner. Just like that, it is 0-2. Last time out for Reisenweber against Jefferson. He was 0 for 2, but did draw a walk with the bases loaded for a run batted in. Gets a piece of this 0-2 pitch, fouls it away. And the count holds 0-2. As these two teams got together on Saturday, Reisenweber went 1 for 1, had a single and a sacrifice. He awaits that 0-2. Here it comes, a bouncing ball towards the first baseman and through the legs of Levi Faircloth. He came up on it and the ball stayed down, and Reisenweber will reach. It'll be an E3 that gives Martinsburg a base runner. We'll see if they can take advantage as you go back and look at this matchup on Saturday. Martinsburg scored their 4 runs on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors and stranded 7 base runners. Hedgesville committed just 1 error, scoring their 3 runs on 5 hits. They left 5 on base. Brett Pedersen to the plate. The right-hand batter takes a strike on the inside corner. A runner at first with nobody out in this top of the second. Martinsburg trailing 2-0. Elliott, good size on the mound. Working from the windup to the plate, a foul ball to the backstop as the count goes 0-2 to Pedersen. Pedersen went 0 for 3 when these teams met on Saturday. All 3 of those strikeouts, looking to make some contact, put it in play. He was 2 for 3 in Martinsburg's opener against Morgan County. Swings and misses at a pitch down and in, and Pedersen is down on strikes. Nice pitch from Elliott, working low and inside to the right-hand batter. Right down underneath of his hands. He just couldn't get the barrel around on it. 1 down with that runner at first for Matthew Johns. Johns 0 for 2 in the championship game against Jefferson on Sunday. The right-hand batter stands in and takes a ball just up and away. Johns at the plate in that 6th inning, had a pop out in foul territory in behind the plate and off the third base side. It was a nice play by Hefner, the catcher for Jefferson, to go get it and end the game. Johns takes a strike. It's 1-1. He was up with the bases loaded and the team down by 3. Martinsburg tried to mount a rally, scoring a pair in that bottom of the 6th inning, but fell short very much the same way they beat Hedgesville the night earlier. Johns fouls that 1-1 back out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Martinsburg opened up a 4-0 lead against Hedgesville on Saturday, only to see the All-Stars of Hedgesville rally and score 3, and they had the tying and potential winning runs on base when the final out was recorded. 1-2 pitch to Johns, misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, a runner at first. 2-0 Hedgesville. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Game scheduled to go 6. Elliott from the wind and the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball foul, third base side. Count will hold. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The winner of this one will advance to face Hampshire in a 4 o'clock first pitch on Saturday, July 6th in Petersburg. Then Jefferson and Bi-State will play in the winner's bracket matchup that same evening at 6:30. Swinging away, Johns again gets a piece of this 2-2, bouncing it foul over towards that third base dugout. Count remains 6 pitches into the at-bat. It's 2-2, 7th pitch coming up. Johns with a nice at-bat, forcing Elliott to really work to get this out. Here comes the pitch, and he does get that out. Worked the outside corner, and Johns with a swing and a miss. Goes down on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. 3 Ks now for Mason Elliott, and it'll bring to the plate Will Fleming. Left fielder number 9, hitter in the Martinsburg order. 2 outs and a runner at first. Fleming, a right-hand batter, slightly closed stance in the box, takes a pitch that misses. A little up and away for ball 1. Fleming 0 for 1 against Jefferson on Sunday. 0 for 0 with a walk and a run scored when these teams met on Saturday. Fleming takes a called strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fleming also 0 for 1 with a walk against Morgan County on Friday. Pitch to the plate, misses down low, gets under the legs of Canarium. That one may have hit off the umpire as it stayed right there behind him, but by the time Canarium could find the baseball, Reisenweber, who was at first, moves up on that pitch in the dirt. Could be a wild pitch as the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. And now that 2-1 is bounced foul at the plate. It evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. So a run in scoring position for Martinsburg, in need of a run, down 2-0. They left a pair on base in that first inning, 1 at first, 1 at second. They've got a runner at second with 2 outs and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Just off that outside corner for ball 3. Canarium, the catcher, really tried to frame that one, held it there for Mike Citro, but he said nope, it missed outside. And now a full count, pitch is due. The 3-2 on the way, and that one misses outside, and Fleming draws the base on balls. Nice at bat. He's at first with Reisenweber at second, and we go back to the top of the order, and Aiden Medina. Medina got caught looking at a 2-2 pitch in the first inning. He's had a strong tournament. Would love to put one in play here, make something happen, maybe get in that first run. With Reisenweber at second in scoring position, and he's got good speed, and with 2 outs, he can go on the crack of the bat. Here's a fastball high and away from the left-hand batter. That is ball 1. 2-0 Hedgesville, but now Martinsburg threatening in this top of the second. Elliott from the wind, and the pitch. A bit down and in. 2 balls, no strikes now on Medina. He'll look down at Victor Lupus in the third base coach's box, giving him the palms down sign. Just stay calm. Look for your pitch. The 2-0 due. Elliott taking a lot of time. Now ready, and the delivery. And here's a pop-up towards the shortstop. Third baseman there as well, and it's the third baseman Noah Brown who calls off the shortstop Pence, and Brown makes the play, and that pop-out brings the inning to a close. Once again, Martinsburg will strand a pair of base runners at first and second. We're through 1.5, and the score remains Hedgesville 2, Martinsburg nothing.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it. And we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery, anthonysmenu.com.
Hedgesville on top 2-0 as they'll have their second at bat against Aiden Medina. Medina up around the 31 pitch mark through that first inning, giving up a couple of runs on a couple of hits. There was a defensive error behind him. He walked a batter, also struck out 2. He went to a 3-ball count on Pence, who he eventually walked, and went to a full count on Mason Elliott and Treston Wysocki, getting one to fly out, the other to strike out. But Hedgesville did a nice job of getting deep into those counts. Medina getting the pitch numbers up. 85 is the pitch limit in a Little League game, although you can go a bit above by finishing out the batter in which you reach that 85th pitch. So let's say you get an out on pitch number 84. You get a chance to start that next at bat with your 85th pitch, and if it takes you 3, 4, 5 pitches to get that out, that is the last batter that you will face, and the pitch count would be whatever the number of pitches are that you throw, but you still get to finish out that batter. Austin Maynard, left fielder number 8, hitter shows bunt and takes. The first pitch of this bottom of the second is in there for a strike. Maynard to be followed by Jacob Cumley in the number 9 spot in the order, then back to the top, and Landon Pence, the leadoff hitter. Maynard reaches out and fouls the 0-1 pitch out of play, first base side. So they count now 0-2. Maynard went 0 for 1 with a bounce out to second as these teams met back on Saturday. Takes this fastball just off that outside corner. Tough pitch to take as the count goes to 1-2. Meanwhile, Maynard went 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in the game against South Berkeley yesterday. The 1-2 pitch missing as the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Medina from the windup, the left-hander to the plate, swing and a miss. He got him. Good pitch working that outside edge. 3 Ks now for Medina. 1 down in the inning for Jacob Cumley. Right fielder bats from the right side. Stands relatively tall, a little bit of a knee bend as he takes that first pitch for strike 1. Cumley 0 for 0 yesterday against South Berkeley as he drew a walk in his only at bat. Went 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out against Martinsburg the first time they met. He swings at the 0-1 and grounds it past the shortstop, Oviedo. That one to the right side of the shortstop, and he could not get to it. It's out into left field for a 1-out base hit. So Cumley able to turn on that pitch. Collects the 3rd hit of the game so far for Hedgesville. A 1-out base runner for Landon Pence.
Up to bat number 6, Landon Pence.
Pence out of the leadoff spot drew a walk, stole a base, and scored a run in that first inning. No leading off at this level of Little League Baseball. However, you can steal as that ball gets past the plate. You could take off at that moment. Pence with a swing and a miss at strike 1 to get this at bat started. Cumley staying put at first. The first baseman Parkinson plays in front of him. This next pitch missing for a ball. Count now at 1-1. A 2 RBI single from Ryland Swartz in that bottom of the first inning. The difference in this one as Hedgesville leads 2-0. Here's the 1-1 and a bouncing ball past the pitcher and past the second baseman. Reisenweber in center, far to his left, scoops it up and gets it in, but not before Cumley can go from first to third. Reaching at first on the base hit is Landon Pence. And now 4 hits in the game so far for Hedgesville. Again, they only had 5 hits in 23 at-bats the first time these two teams met. That's a .217 average. 4 hits in their first 2 at-bats in this one. Runners at the corners. Brown at the plate offers a bunt and bunts it foul. That one down into the dirt and then bouncing a little behind and off to the third base side of the catcher Brett Patterson, who will go to get it. 0-1. Brown reached on a bunt, hit and scored in that first inning. See if Pence is moving at all at first base. Here's the pitch. That fastball's high. There he goes, and Patterson will give it right back to Medina on the front slope of the mound. Not even a throw down. So the count now at 1-1 as Pence gets another steal. 2 in scoring position now for Brown, and the pitch up and away. Now 2 balls and a strike. Medina taking his time. Stands with the feet spread a little bit, almost to each side of that pitching rubber as he then goes into his windup, and the pitch to Brown is bounced foul off the first base side behind home plate. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Medina in need of an out, 1 down with runners at second and third. A 2-0 Hedgesville lead, and they're looking for more here in this bottom half of inning number 2. Breaking pitch on the 2-2. Nope, just missed outside. A bit low as well. You could see Patterson lift that glove up as he tried to frame that pitch. But it is ball 3, and now the payoff is on the way. Here comes that fastball, swing and a miss. He got him. Brown couldn't catch up with it. That'll be 4 Ks now for Aiden Medina. 2 outs with those 2 still in scoring position as it brings up Trenton Canerium. Canerium reached on an error in the first inning. Bounced one down the third base line that Medina fielded and The throw a little low, and the first baseman did not hang on. Swinging at the first pitch, he pops it down the third base line, and it gets back out of play for strike one. Christian Alter, the third baseman, was making his way over towards the fencing, looking up, but that one back over top of the bullpen that is at the end of each dugout, and out of play for strike one. So Canarium digs back in. Medina with the pitch. This one popped foul over the press box, and it's 0-2. Medina looking to get this out and not allow a run to score here in this bottom half of the second inning. A strikeout, then back-to-back singles. A strikeout of Brown. That's where we're at with two in scoring position. And here's a ground ball on the 0-2 pitch. Canarium hits it into left field and brings home a run and make it 2 as Cumley scores from third and Pence scores from second. The second 2 RBI base hit of the day for Hedgesville. The first coming from Swartz, this one from Canarium, and it's a 4-0 Hedgesville advantage. On an 0-2 pitch, Medina did not get that one where he wanted, and Canarium was able to rip it into left field for a hit, and now we'll have Jacob Staup serving as a special pinch runner for Canarium at first base. So Canarium on, 2 runs in. Hedgesville adding to the lead. Levi Faircloth now the batter. Faircloth 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first. Medina to the plate. Faircloth with a swing and a miss for strike one. Hedgesville last year in the 10 to 12-year-old tournament, this very tournament, went 1-2 with a loss against Martinsburg. 0-1 on the way, and here's a line drive over the head of the shortstop. That one is out into center field. Reisenweber on it quickly, holds everyone to one base as Staup stops at second. Faircloth is aboard at first on the base hit into left. And Hedgesville has brought the bats in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the inning, 6 in the ball game. More hits than they had in the entire game when these teams met on Saturday. Ryland Swartz takes a pitch just off that outside corner for ball one. He had a 2 RBI single to right his first time up. In the 9 to 11-year-old tournament last year for Hedgesville, where some of these players may very well have played, they didn't see Martinsburg. They went 1-2 with a win against Morgan County and then dropped games against Jefferson and Bi-State. Here's a pitch down and in. Swartz takes 2 balls and no strikes. Hedgesville trying to get to the district tournament for the first time in 2 years. It was 2016 the last time they went. 2-0 delivery, hit in the air, foul and out of play down the right field line. 2 balls and a strike. Last time Hedgesville won the losers bracket championship here in Area 1. They went on to be one of the 2 representatives from District 6 at the state tournament and lost to Bridgeport in the state championship game. That was in 2015. Schwartz able to get the bat on one that was coming down and into him. He had already committed to that 2-1 pitch. Otherwise, that would have been ball 3. He fought it off, fouling it to the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Runners at first and second. 2 runs already in, 2 outs in the inning. Medina with that 2-2 pitch. Fastball, lifted again, fouling out of play first base side. Hedgesville 1-1 in this tournament after the 4-3 loss against Martinsburg. Won yesterday in the elimination bracket, 9-4 the final. Here comes that 2-2 delivery, and it's a slow bouncer towards the shortstop. Up with it is Oviedo, and he will get the quick flip to second. They'll get the force out of Faircloth, and it brings the inning to a close. That out goes 6-4, so Swartz bounces into the fielder's choice. That will end the inning. But damage done again with a 2 RBI single. This one from Trenton Canarium, and it came with 2 outs in the inning. We'll go to the third when we come back with Hedgesville leading Martinsburg 4-0.
Procter & Gamble brands are trusted in millions of living rooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. P&G's Tabler Station plant in Martinsburg, West Virginia, is open and hiring. Candidates must be 18 years or older and possess a high school diploma or GED. No experience necessary. P&G offers an extensive list of benefits and starting wage of $17.50 an hour. To apply, go to pgcareers.com and search Plant Technicians, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Be part of P&G's most technologically advanced location in the world.
When you're hurting, we're here. When things are confusing, we're here. When you need answers, we're here. Brown Funeral Home. We've been caring for families like yours for generations, since 1880. Whether you want to plan ahead or you need us now. Our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Heading to the top half of inning number 3. Coming up for Martinsburg, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to face Mason Elliott. Elliott threw 2 innings. We've got him right around the 40 pitch counts, 23 of those for strikes. Has given up just a run, has struck out 3, has walked a couple. Martinsburg is stranded 4 base runners through their first 2 at-bats, each time leaving runners at first and second. So 2 have been left in scoring position. They have yet to be able to come up with the hits that Hedgesville has, as Hedgesville already pounding out 6 hits, 2 in the first and 4 in the second. It'll be Jameer Brown to get it started for Martinsburg. He is 0 for 1. Bounced out on a comebacker right on the front slope of the mound to Mason Elliott, his first time up. Elliott looking in at Canerium, now ready, and from the wind, the first pitch of the at-bat. Good pitch down low. Brown swings right over top of it for strike 1. Elliott has hit his spots pretty well, kept the ball down. We've had a pop out in foul territory and a pop out to third. Otherwise, a ground out and the others strikeouts. Count now at 1 ball, 1 strike as that 0-1 pitch misses. Brown takes a practice cut. Now steps back in. The right-hand hitter gathers himself as Elliott on the mound is ready. And the pitch. That one a bit up and in. 2-1. You could see Canerium slide that glove down just a little bit. Again, give both of these catchers credit, doing a nice job behind the plate and trying to frame up some pitches for their pitcher. Mike Citro on it. That pitch missed, and now the 2-1 on the way. And here's a bouncing ball back up the middle, past the pitcher, past the diving shortstop, and out into center field. So Brown takes that one right back through the box. It got under the glove of Elliott's. Pence, the shortstop, ranging to his left, gave it a diving attempt, but just couldn't get to it. And that'll be the second hit of the day for Martinsburg, as Brown is aboard to lead off this third inning, and it brings up Christian Alter. Alter had the other hits. That was a solid single into left with 2 outs in the first inning. Faircloth playing in front of the runner at first as the pitch misses outside for ball 1. The base path's at 60 feet, and the runners do not lead off in Little League Baseball. So the first baseman does not need to hold a runner. But right now playing in front just in case Alter tries to lay down a bunt and advance that runner. Alter swinging away, bounces it foul third base side. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. The sun shining. Our temperature I saw on one of the bank sign readouts coming through Berkeley Springs said it was 88 earlier. Right now around 84 degrees under sunny skies. 1-1 pitch fouled straight back. Now 1-2. That time Elliott left a pitch up. Alter went after it and just missed it as that one skimmed off the top of the bat and through to the backstop. Now a ball and 2 strikes. The runner at first with nobody out. Here comes the pitch, high and inside. Ducking out of the way is Alter as that one goes straight through to the backstop. A wild pitch, allowing Jameer Brown to go to second. No chance for Canerium on that one. 2-2 the count. That one coming right up at him, and Alter just ducked it down, and Canerium threw the glove out on that left hand, but had no chance to bring it in. Here comes that 2-2 delivery, and another foul ball straight back. So it holds at 2-2. Alter making contact on that pitch. Looking for one he can drive somewhere and get Martinsburg on the board, trailing 4-0. Elliott taking a lot of time between pitches, been very deliberate. And again, that 2-2 swing and a miss. He got him. Worked that inner part of the plate again, put it right under the hands of the Martinsburg number 3 hitter. That will be strikeout number 4. One down in the inning with a runner at second for Braden Oviedo. He drew a walk back in that first inning. Stands in for a second time today against Elliott. Swings at the first pitch, pops it foul, back over the press box and out of play for strike one. May have actually caught the corner of the press box to our left. Sun setting and those shadows from the hillside out in the outfield beginning to stretch their way towards the plate. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one down low and outside, and it will glance off the mitt of Canerium. And the base runner Brown will take third base. Tough chance there for Canerium as the count moves to 1-1. And so Brown, who singled, has gone to second on a wild pitch and third on another wild pitch. And now that 1-1. Oviedo squares, shows bunt, takes that pitch in there for a strike. Now 1-2. Didn't look like he had any intention to lay that down. Victor Lupus with some verbal instruction down that third base line as he looks in at Oviedo. Not sure if Oviedo missed a sign or what, but now ready. Here comes that 1-2 pitch, and it is down low and outside, and it gets by the catcher, and racing to the plate is Jameer Brown, and he'll score on that one that got by Canerium. Could be a passed ball the way that one came off the mid and then got by the catcher. Count moves to 2-2, and Martinsburg finds a way to get on the board. Now trailing 4-1. See how big that run is as the rest of this game plays out. Top half of inning number 3, game scheduled to go 6. 1 out, now the base is empty with the run scoring. The 2-2 pitch to Oviedo. Here it comes. He swings and bounces it in the hole between third and short and out into left field for a base hit. Wide turn at first, but Oviedo will stay there. The 1-out single, the third hit of the game and the second of the inning for Martinsburg. They've got a runner at first for Sean Parkinson. 0 for 1. He popped out in foul territory down the left field line, caught by the left fielder Austin Maynor. That was back in the first. Parkinson swings, lines this one sharply foul, first base side. No balls and a strike on the Martinsburg first baseman and number 5 hitter in the order. Martinsburg stranded a pair in the first 2 innings. They have plated a run in this inning, 1 out with a runner at first. Parkinson awaiting, and here's that 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Hedgesville, meanwhile, plated 2 in the first on a 2 RBI single from Rylan Swartz, and 2 in the second on a 2 RBI single from Trenton Canerium. 4-1 the lead for Hedgesville. Elliott from the windup, the pitch, swing and a miss. Parkinson down on strikes. Tough pitch for the right-hander to lay off of. It was a bit up and in. Looks like a beach ball as it comes out of the hand of the pitcher, and then by the time it gets to you, it's about the size of a BB, and you swing right through it. Good pitch from Elliott as he gets the strikeout, his 5th of the game now. And with a runner at first, it brings up Ben Reisenweber, center fielder, number 6 hitter. A right-hand batter, shows bunt, takes a pitch down low and outside. That allows Oviedo to take second base. Call it a wild pitch that advances the base runner. Reisenweber ahead in the count of ball and no strikes. He reached on an error his first time up. Big at bat now with another run in scoring position. Base hit, error, whatever it might be, just put it in play. See if they can get that run home and cut the deficit in half. Reisenweber again squares and shows bunt, takes the pitch for a strike. Now 1-1. It's a big run right now, down 4-1. Love to be able to get that run in with 2 outs in this inning. Get a little bit closer. Elliott from the wind, and the delivery, a ground ball back up the middle. That's into center field for a base hit. Oviedo's going to make his turn. Here comes the throw to the plate, and a wise decision at the last second to hold up Oviedo, who stops at third, and Reisenweber goes to second on that throw through to the plate. So Reisenweber will get a single. He'll take the extra base as the throw from the center fielder Schwartz came on the fly all the way in to the catcher Canerium. Seeing it all the way, Reisenweber went to second. And Oviedo, who had made a big turn at third and was probably almost a quarter of the way down the line, quickly put on the brakes and went back as his manager, Victor Lupus, in that third base coach's box, held him up. So 2 in scoring position now for Brett Pedersen. And he'll be called down that third base line as Victor Lupus has a quick conversation with him. And as he does, that'll bring Matt Faircloth out of the dugout off the first base side. And he'll have a conference as well on the mound with his pitcher and defense. Well, as we play here, the 8 to 10-year-old tournament already into district play. That district tournament is going on over at Martinsburg, and they got rained out yesterday. That rain that blew through around 3 o'clock or so left the field conditions where they could not play. So Jefferson and Hedgesville are meeting as we speak. A Jefferson win, and they will be the district champion and move on to the state tournament. A Hedgesville win, and they would force a decisive championship game that would now be played tomorrow. Jefferson beat Hampshire 10-0 in the winner's bracket game. Hedgesville defeated Bi-State and then Hampshire to reach play today. Conferences have concluded. Action back underway. Pedersen in the right-hand box. Squares, shows bunt, takes the pitch inside. It hit him. No chance to get out of the way of that one. Third baseman, first baseman charging in as Pedersen showed bunt, and that one just got away from Elliott. Missed down and in and hit him in the leg. Pedersen okay. That one seemed to have hit him in the back of the leg, in the left leg, and I think we may get a special pinch runner for him as a result of that. We will have the special pinch runner, and it's R.J. Brown who will serve as that runner. So Brown now aboard at first with Reisenweber at second, Oviedo at third, and Matthew Johns will be the batter. 2 outs, top of inning number 3. A run in for Martinsburg, trailing Hedgesville 4-1, and a big chance to get right back in it. Maybe tie it, maybe even take the lead. Johns stands near the front of that batter's box as he awaits the first pitch from Elliott. He squares, he shows bunt, he pulls back and takes. Strike one on the inside corner. Elliott looking in at Canerium, who's looking to the dugout off the first base side. Now flashes that pitch sign to Elliott. He comes back with that 0-1 delivery. In on the hands of the batter. He'll send it the other way. Johns has a base hit as he got it by the second baseman. 1 run will score. Oviedo crosses. Reisenweber coming around as well. That's a 2 RBI base hit for Matthew Johns, and Martinsburg is now down by only a run, trailing 4-3. Oh, nice job by Johns as he got jammed on that pitch, but was able to drive it the other way, past Wysocki at second and out into right center field. And good hustle from Ryland Schwartz, the center fielder, getting over, helping to make sure that only 2 runs scored. Oviedo and Reisenweber cross. 3 have come in the inning. R.J. Brown went from first to third. Johns stands at first. And now let's see who the batter will be. And it looks like Matty Lupus is being called on here in the number 9 spot in the order. So Lupus to bat here in this top half of inning number 3 with 2 outs. And now the tying run just 60 feet away. The go-ahead run at first. See if that runner gets put in motion as Elliott delivers. It is in there for a strike. Lupus showed bunt but was taking all the way, and the runner at first held there. So still runners at the corners with the 0-1 due. Again, Elliott taking his time. And the pitch. This one down low and outside. Gets through to the backstop. We could have a play at the plate. Too late on the throw and the tag as R.J. Brown scores from third on a wild pitch that will tie this ball game at 4. Oh, boy, there's been a pass ball and a wild pitch now, allowing runs to score in the inning. Couple that with a 2 RBI single from Matthew Johns, who stands out at second base. And you get an idea of how this inning is played out as Martinsburg has put 4 on the board to tie it at 4. And the count to Matty Lupus at 1 ball and 1 strike. And looks like we may have a pitching change as Matt Faircloth has made his way out for a second time in this half inning. And he has taken out a different glove to give to the first baseman, Levi Faircloth, who is now going to take over on the mound. So as Faircloth gets in his warm-up tosses, we will send it back to the studio. Let's take a 60-second break and then return to the Morgan County Little League Complex. We're in the top half of inning number 3. 4 runs in the inning for Martinsburg. Not done yet with a runner at second and 2 outs. We are tied at 4.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
Evolving what we try to do as physicians and as a health system and organization is the mission of WVU Medicine, and it's an exciting mission to be a part of.
With the knowledge and the years of practice that they've put into this institution, they know a lot. They can help you, and they've helped me a lot.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Now Faircloth continuing his warm-up pitches, taking over for Mason Elliott. Elliott going 2 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits, 5 strikeouts. He walked 2 and hit a batter. Of course, the runner on base at second, still his responsibility should he come around and score. Faircloth trying to make sure that does not happen, does not want to allow that lead run to come in. Right now a 4-4 ball game. Matty Lupus is the batter. The count to him at a ball and a strike as Faircloth inherits the count and misses up and away with ball 1. So now 2 balls and 1 strike. Lupus in the right-hand box awaits. Here's that next pitch. Good fastball in there for a strike. It's 2-2. John's the runner at second. 2 outs in the inning. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch outside for ball 3. Count's gone full. If Lupus can get on, we'll go back to the top of the order, and Aiden Medina would become the 9th batter in the half inning. The 3-2 pitch, down low and outside. That one bounces off the glove of the catcher. He'll scoop it up, throw to third, and they didn't get him there as the ball got away from Brown, and as it rolls out into foul territory, that allows Lupus, who drew the walk, to go to second base. So a base on balls, and then the ball that got away from the catcher. That one down low and outside. Canerium could not hang on to it. Could well be another wild pitch. And then as the ball caromed away, could very easily be an error as well, as it allowed the runner to take the extra base after Lupus walked. He went to second, so two are in scoring position for Aiden Medina, and he takes strike one. Medina has struck out looking and has popped out to third. The left-hand batter looks at this one down and in. Now at 1-1 strike. The go-ahead run just 60 feet away. Another run at second. Here comes that 1-1, a wave and a miss by Medina. Now 1-2. Good pitch from Faircloth. Went down and away from the left-hand batter. Clearly fooled Medina. Just trying to get the bat out there on it. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Faircloth from the wind in this delivery, a fastball up. 2-2, the count is even. Big inning for Martinsburg. Came in trailing 4-0. Right now tied at 4. Go-ahead runs on base. Here comes the next pitch, and it's a bouncer foul right into the foot of the batter. Medina's going to limp that one off. And step back in and await another 2-2 delivery. Hit that one right off the front foot. Victor Lupus, his manager, coming down. Plate umpire Mike Citro talking with him as well. He continues to walk around, hobble just a little bit. Continues to tell everybody, look, I'm all right. I'm going to let him take a little bit more time to let the pain go away. A smile on Victor Lupus' face as he turns and goes back to that third base coach's box. Medina's still kind of shaking it out. Now steps back in, awaiting another 2-2 pitch. Here comes the break even. Swing and a miss. He got him. Big pitch for Levi Faircloth as he gets the strikeout. It brings the inning to a close. But Martinsburg does put 4 runs on the board in this top half of inning number 3. It's a brand new ball game through 2.5. It's tied 4-4.
Welcome to La Bella Vita, named for my Grandma Vita. Our mountaintop getaway honors her legacy while complementing the home's spectacular views. This recently renovated property boasts a breathtaking landscape of Deep Creek Lake while providing great open interior spaces for a sensational vacation. You'll immediately notice the great room allows for entertaining, dining, and relaxing after long days on the lake or skiing on the slopes of Wisp. Your family and friends will enjoy relaxing in all the open spaces. The home features 6 bedrooms, including 4 that are private suites. And each of the 4 levels of this home feature amazing visibility as far as the eye can see. Like our family, we hope you enjoy making memories here on the mountain. We love sharing the spacious, warm, and inviting home that overlooks the lake. Cheers to the beautiful life, La Bella Vita.
Broadcast of Little League All-Star Baseball from the 10 to 12-year-old tournament in Berkeley Springs, brought to you by Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, Bechtel Jewelers, Millers, Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Ram, Berkeley County Health Department, Procter & Gamble, Mirius Group and Ameriprise, financial advisors John Everson and Phil McCoy, and Parsons Ford. Thank you to each of our sponsors supporting our coverage of these Little League All-Star games. The 10 to 12-year-olds, over 30 years of following the action here in District 6, Area 1, into the District 6 tournament. If one of our local teams advances as the district champion, we look to follow them and get those games on the air from down at South Charleston this year in the state tournament as well. Mason Elliott, the due batter, as we get this bottom of the 3rd inning underway. And the first pitch from Aiden Medina, a bit low and outside, ball 1. Elliott 0 for 1, a fly out to center his first time up. Takes this pitch for a strike. Count evens up now 1-1. A brand new ball game. Let's see how Hedgesville responds now after Martinsburg played at 4 in that top of the 3rd. Here's the 1-1 pitch way outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Game 2 of that College World Series Best of 3 final getting underway shortly. We'll be joining that in progress as we wrap up here. Elliott takes, hits a strike on the outside corner. Now 2-2. Michigan beating Vanderbilt 7-4 yesterday. 2-2 pitch and a ground ball towards the shortstop. Over to his left. Oviedo has it, and the throw on to first in time. Elliott retired on the ground ball out. 6-3. That would bring up Tristan Wysocki. 0 for 1, a strikeout victim on a 3-2 pitch back in that first inning. 7 pitches in that at bat. First pitch from Medina, a strike on the outside corner. Wysocki showed bunt, but took strike 1. Also getting underway in just a few minutes will be the Washington Nationals. Max Scherzer on the hill tonight in Miami against the Marlins. Wysocki takes up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. We will not bring you that one, as instead we bring you the College World Series tonight. Here is a strike on the outside corner on that 1-1. Now at a ball and 2 strikes. Tied at 4, bottom of the 3rd. Medina ready, and the pitch. A bouncer just past the pitcher again, gloved by the shortstop. Making that throw to first is Oviedo for out number 2. That one took a high chop. Medina lunging off the mound to try to go after it. Could not make the play, but Oviedo in a little bit and over to his left, able to field and throw on to first. Back-to-back ground outs to short. 2 away with the bases empty. And it brings to the plate Jacob Staup.
Next up, the bat number 21, Jacob Staup.
That is S-T-A-U-P. Staup. He hits here in this 3rd inning in the number 8 spot in the order. A swing and a miss at strike 1. Jacob Cumley would be due next. We'll see whether he hits or not. See if there are any defensive changes. Here's the pitch to the plate. Staup with a swing and a miss. Now 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 3rd, middle portion of this game scheduled to go 6. 0-2 delivery. Foul ball, hitting off the high backstop fencing along the first base side near the dugout. Pedersen, the catcher, goes over to get it. Count holding 0-2. Hedgesville with 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Martinsburg, all 4 of theirs in the top of this 3rd. Now in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 down, nobody on. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a line drive, foul. First base side. Staup just a little behind that pitch. Ball stays in play where it's tracked down by the second baseman. Jameer Brown went over to get it. He'll work it back to Medina. Ready to go again with that 0-2 delivery. He looks in at Pedersen, the left-hander. To the plate. Another pitch fouled off. Good at bat by Staup as he continues to battle. Sun getting down towards the top of those trees on the hillside out beyond center field. Another 0-2 pitch, and it's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Medina's missed on that pitch a couple of times in this ball game. That kind of wrap-around curve that starts outside, and several times it is wrapped completely around that plate for a ball. This time it snapped in across that outside corner. Staup goes down looking, and the side is retired in order in the Hedgesville half of the 3rd. We'll head to inning number 4 when we come back. Now Martinsburg 4 and Hedgesville 4.
Procter & Gamble brands are trusted in millions of living rooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. P&G's Tabler Station plant in Martinsburg, West Virginia, is open and hiring. Candidates must be 18 years or older and possess a high school diploma or GED. No experience necessary. P&G offers an extensive list of benefits and starting wage of $17.50 an hour. To apply, go to pgcareers.com and search Plant Technicians, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Be part of P&G's most technologically advanced location in the world.
When you're hurting, we're here. When things are confusing, we're here. When you need answers, we're here. Brown Funeral Home. We've been caring for families like yours for generations, since 1880. Whether you want to plan ahead or you need us now. Our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Let's go to the top half of inning number 4 here at the Berkeley Springs, Morgan County Little League Complex. Matt Miller with you. Caleb Valero, our studio engineer, our Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 coverage of the 10 to 12-year-old Little League All-Star Tournament. 4-4, Martinsburg coming to the plate, and it will be the number 2 hitter in the order, Jameer Brown, to get it started. He singled to start that third that ultimately saw Martinsburg score the 4 runs to tie it. It'll be his first at bat against Levi Faircloth, who remains on the mound after facing 2 batters to end that third. And the first pitch down low and outside, ball 1. Brown bounced out to the pitcher on a comebacker in the first, delivered a single and scored a run in the third. He squares and shows bunt, takes this fastball that misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Faircloth has a good, strong fastball. Not only fast, but as I know Vic Holmes would like to say, as he misses up and in with this one, kind of a heavy fastball. 3-0 is the count. Right now, just battling to find the strike zone. He did give up a walk and then also struck out a batter, the 2 batters that he faced in the third. 3-0 on the way, low and outside. That one all the way through to the backstop. It's ball 4. Not even close as Brown draws the 4-pitch base on balls. That sun's still right at the top of the trees. If you're watching on TV 10 or the WRNR TV YouTube page, you see that almost angelic light coming down from straightaway center field. Tell you, it makes it very warm in this press box as it comes right in at us. It'll bring up Christian Alter with a runner at first. He takes the first pitch. That one a strike. That one about belt high, maybe a little more letter high, but right down the middle. This one works up and away. 1-1 the count. Alter had a single to left his first time up. Last time up, struck out swinging at a 2-2 pitch. Again, he squares to show bunt, gets out of the way of one up and in. Now 2-1. Right up around 17 pitches thrown so far by Levi Faircloth. Right now, the pitch count really doesn't matter a whole lot as the pitch to the plate is bunted foul to the backstop. Count to Alter goes at 2-2. Noah Brown, who is now playing at first, came charging down the line. Waiting to see what might happen if that bunt got laid down. Now the 2-2 on the way, down low and outside, 3-2. This is the final game of this Area 1 tournament, and there's plenty of time off in between, so everyone will be available for their managers when the district play gets underway in Petersburg on July 6th. Alter takes the 3-2 high, and that is ball 4, back-to-back base on balls. And Martinsburg has something going with Braden Oviedo to the plate. 4-4 were tied, top half of inning number 4. Winner of this one going to join Jefferson in the district tournaments. First pitch, Oviedo. Wow, did he get out of the way of that one? He did not. That one hit him as he squared to show bunt and then tried to leap up as that one almost went right in between his legs. Hit by the pitch. Oviedo will take first and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Boy, and it's all come on a couple of walks and a hit batter, and that is going to bring a trip to the mound as Faircloth shows his frustration as he goes back over to first base. Now we'll wait and see who is coming in to pitch. Looks like our right fielder might be coming in. 21 the pitch count. That means 11 in this half inning, facing just 3 batters. Jersey numbers only on the backs of those jerseys. So waiting to see who the right fielder is that is coming in, and it is Jacob Cumley. So Cumley getting in his warm-up tosses. As he does, we send it back to the studio for a 60-second break. We are in the top of the fourth inning, tied at 4, but Martinsburg has the bases loaded and nobody out. It's Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Procter & Gamble brands are trusted in millions of living rooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. P&G's Tabler Station plant in Martinsburg, West Virginia, is open and hiring. Candidates must be 18 years or older and possess a high school diploma or GED. No experience necessary. P&G offers an extensive list of benefits and starting wage of $17.50 an hour. To apply, go to pgcareers.com and search Plant Technicians, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Be part of P&G's most technologically advanced location in the world.
When you're hurting, we're here. When things are confusing, we're here. When you need answers, we're here. Brown Funeral Home. We've been caring for families like yours for generations, since 1880. Whether you want to plan ahead or you need us now. Our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Gets back underway. Making his way to the plate will be R.J. Brown, batting in the spot of Sean Parkinson. That's the number 5 spot in the order. So the first opportunity at the plate for R.J. Brown. He'll face the new pitcher, Jacob Cumley, who has wrapped up his warm-up tosses. Hedgesville pulls the infield in as the pitch to the plate misses just up and away. That's ball 1. So a ball and no strikes. As Brown in the right-hand box awaits. Cumley ready. Here it comes. That one right down the middle for a strike. So it evens up at 1-1. The base is loaded. Nobody out in a tie ball game. Big opportunity here for Martinsburg. And next delivery, breaking pitch. Looked like a bit of a curveball that stayed high and outside. Now 2-1. With the infield drawn in and the bases loaded, the 2-1 pitch, high and inside. Brown goes down to the seat of his pants, taking ball 3. There is no place to put him. Cumley has to find the strike zone with this one. Martinsburg could take the lead without the benefit of a hit. 2 walks, a hit batter, and now the 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Right down the middle for a strike. It's 3-2. Now Brown's got to protect if it's close. Pitch over the plate. Got to try to put it in play somewhere. And here comes that 3-2 delivery, and he takes a called strike 3. A good-looking pitch from Cumley. He'll get the strikeout looking. 1 down in the inning. The bases do remain loaded as it brings up Ben Reisenweber. Reisenweber has reached on an error and has singled to center. He came around and scored after that single in the 3rd. Corner infielders stay in. Middle infielders go back. Breaking pitch outside. Ball 1 to Reisenweber. Good stop by Canerium. By the way, with Faircloth going back to first, Elliott goes out to right. Noah Brown goes back over to third. I believe that's what we have right now. Again, numbers only on the backs of the jerseys. A little hard to see sometimes. Reisenweber swinging at the 1-0, pops it foul, out of play down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 in the first, 2 in the second for Hedgesville. Martinsburg 4 in the 3rd, and threatening for more here in the top of the 4th inning. 1 out, and the bases loaded. Here comes that 1-1 pitch. And that one misses just high for ball 2. A little bit of movement on that one as it came in and then kind of dropped it down, and the hope was that maybe it caught that top edge of the strike zone, but it did not. Reisenweber now awaits the 2-1 pitch. In on his hands, he bounces it foul, third base side. That one grabbed right in front of the dugout by Brown, the third baseman. 2-2 the count. Martinsburg as the visitor in that third base dugout. The home team, Hedgesville, in the first base dugout. Sun now behind the trees and that hillside behind center. So shadows have now overtaken the field. Off-speed pitch, and Reisenweber lifts it down the third baseline, but a foul ball. A good job to wait on it. He had started to swing, kind of hesitated, and then followed through. Popped it up in no man's land, if you will. No chance for the third baseman, especially playing in, and no chance for the left fielder, as Austin Maynor is back out there in left. But it ended up in foul territory, and now the 2-2 pitch is due. Here it comes. That one down low, and it's a full count, 3-2. With Cumley living on the edge, he went 3-2 to Brown and got the strikeout looking. With the bases loaded and no place to put him, he goes 3-2 to Reisenweber. That payoff pitch on the way, and it's a fly ball into right field. Elliott moving over. He's got it. The runner will tag at third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's up the third base line. Gets away from the catcher. Brown will score, and Martinsburg will take the lead. So Brown comes home from third. Alter goes to third. Oviedo will move up from first to second. Reisenweber will get credit with a sacrifice and a run batted in on the fly ball to right field. Two more in scoring position with 2 outs now for Brett Pedersen, and 5-4 the lead for Martinsburg. Pedersen in that right-hand box takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Big difference in the speed of the pitches in that fastball from Levi Faircloth to now Jacob Cumley, who's working with more change-ups and curveballs. Pedersen swings at this fastball, fouls it to the backstop, and it's quickly 0-2. Boy, if Cumley can get out of this giving up just a run, he's got to feel good. I know it hurts to give up that run and fall down 5-4, but he came in with the bases loaded and nobody out. He got the strikeout of Brown, the sac fly from Reisenweber, now the 0-2 due to Pedersen. Here it comes, and that one inside and hits him. Hit by a pitch for a second time today, and in almost the exact same spot. So he will go to first. The bases are loaded once again, and it looks like Braden Harrison is being called on as a pinch batter. Is it? No, it will be Johns. We saw Harrison standing out there, but now Matthew Johns pops out of the dugout and takes the bat, and he will make his way to the plate. So Matthew Johns, who had a big 2 RBI single in that third inning, up with 2 outs and the bases loaded here in the fourth. Martinsburg with a run on the board leads 5-4, and the pitch outside and low. Backhand stopped by Canerium. The runners hold on ball one. Anything that gets by the catcher could produce a run. Martinsburg scored on a pass ball and a wild pitch in that third inning, along with the 2 RBI hit from Johns. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss. Johns fooled by that one. Right in on his hands. The 1-1 due. Taking his time, Cumley on the mound, peers over his glove at the catcher, and now from the windup delivers that breaking pitch that stays high. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one just missing. Above the letters of Matthew Johns. Stands tall and lean in that right-hand batter's box. Here's that 2-1 pitch. Down low and outside, 3 balls and a strike. Once again, no place to put him. The bases are loaded. Alter at third, Oviedo at second, Pedersen at first. Johns awaits that 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. He swings, sends it into left field. A long run over to his left. Reaching up and making that grab is Austin Maynor. Nice catch on the run to his left, potentially robbing Johns of extra bases and keeping Martinsburg from adding to the lead. Well, Martinsburg does play to run on the sacrifice fly from Ben Reisenweber. They had the bases loaded with nobody out and unable to do any more damage thanks to a good effort by Jacob Cumley and a nice catch to end the inning for Maynor. We will go to the bottom of the fourth with the score now Martinsburg 5, Hedgesville 4.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
He literally saved my life. It's just mind-boggling to me that he was able to do what he did.
We're able to affect much more of a difference for our patients with these resources.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
They treat you great, and they're down to earth in the West Virginia way that all West Virginians treat each other.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
This Little League International Tournament game is presented by Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the expressed written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at littleleague.org. Let's go to the bottom half of inning number 4 for the All-Stars of Hedgesville. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters due. Jacob Cumley to get it started, but instead it will be Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith to the right-hand batter's box. Smith batting here in this number 9 spot in the order. Then Landon Pence due next. Aiden Medina out on the mound, delivers the first pitch in there for a called strike. Up of around 73 pitches now for Medina, who can go 85, so he's got a chance to get through this inning depending on how quickly he can get batters out. Smith bounces the 0-1 foul, first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Martinsburg now out in front by a 5-4 score. So the first time for Medina to pitch with the lead. 0-2 pitch bounce to the first baseman. He's got it. Parkinson will take it to the bag himself, and Smith is retired. So 3 pitches, 1 out. 75 the pitch count now for Medina, meaning he's got 10 pitches left as he'll face the leadoff batter, Landon Pence. Pence has been on twice. He has walked, he has singled, he has stolen 2 bases, he has scored 2 runs. Had a very active game. He's a little late on this pitch. May have got a piece of it. Pedersen hangs on that strike 1. Noah Brown due next. The left-hander working down and in as Medina misses with this pitch. Now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Medina from the wind. A little high and outside for ball 2. Hedgesville put those 2 on the board in the first, added 2 more in the second. They went in order in the third. So 5 straight batters have been retired by Medina as Pence fouls the 2-1 back out of play first base side. So looking to retire his 6th straight batter. And there's a strike away from doing that with a count 2-2 to Pence. Here comes that pitch, and it is down low for ball 3. So a payoff pitch due. Pence walked in that first on a 3-1 pitch. Now awaits a full pitch here in this at-bat. 3-2 delivery, swinging a line drive right back at him, and Medina makes the grab. Sliding the body to his left off the first base side of the mound. He reached back down behind him to his right and was able to make the grab on that one, and I think breathes a little sigh of relief. So Pence is retired on that line drive. And the pitch count now we hear at 82, so that's 3 pitches remaining for Aiden Medina, which will give him the opportunity to face Noah Brown. And if he can retire Brown, and then Medina will go 4 full innings in this one, this could be the last batter that he faces. Unless he could get Brown on just 2 pitches, then maybe he comes out to face at least 1 batter the next time Hedgesville comes up. Brown takes down and in. That is Ball one as it goes through to the backstop. Noah Brown has a bunt, single, and a run scored. Last time up a strikeout swinging, he is 1 for 2. Medina to the plate, and it's a bouncer foul off the front foot of Brown. Count now 1-1 strike, and that makes it official that this will be the final batter for Medina no matter what happens, as this next pitch would put him at number 85, and he would reach the limit against this batter and therefore would need to exit the ball game with that 85 pitch limit. Here comes the delivery, a swing and a foul to the backstop. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. Brown got jammed on it but fought it off, and now will await a 1-2 delivery. 2 outs, base is empty. That 1-2 pitch. Up and away, now 2-2. Trenton Canerium due next if Brown can find a way on. 5-4 Martinsburg, bottom half of the fourth. Game scheduled to go 6. 2-2 pitch, high fly ball, right field, ranging over is Johnson. He'll make that catch to his right. Several steps in front of the fence. He's able to pull that one in off the bat of Noah Brown. And that fly ball out will end the half inning. And that is 7 straight batters that have been retired now by Aiden Medina. He'll finish retiring those 7 straight as he has reached the pitch count limit. We'll see who comes out to toe the pitching rubber for Martinsburg when Hedgesville bats in the bottom of the 5th. 4 innings in the books here in Berkeley Springs with the score Martinsburg 5, Hedgesville 4.
The National Maritime Center primary mission is to credential all U.S. mariners. We have approximately 250 employees here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Most people aren't aware of the quality of life here in Berkeley County. We have a lot of employees that are from the area. We obviously have folks that have to do tours here, and it's kind of a little bit of a hidden secret of how nice the quality of life is here.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it. And we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
Moving to the top half of inning number 5, Jacob Cumley on the hill for his first full inning of relief. He's the 3rd pitcher of the day for Hedgesville. Mason Elliott allowing 4 runs on 5 hits in 2 2/3 with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit batter. Levi Faircloth came in, worked a third of an inning, gave up a run without the benefit of a hit. He struck out 1, but also walked 3 and hit a batter. Cumley came in facing 4 batters in that 4th inning, a strikeout, allowed a sac fly, hit a batter, and then got a fly out to left to end it. And now he will face the number 9 spot in the order, and it looks like Will Fleming will re-enter with a chance to swing the bat after giving way to Matty Lupus in the 3rd. Fleming drew a walk back in that 2nd inning. Lupus in the number 9 spot in the order drew a walk in the 3rd. Martinsburg plated 4 runs on 4 hits in that 3rd inning. They got their run in the 4th inning without the benefit of a hit. That's what hurts right now for this Hedgesville team. The fact that that go-ahead run is the result of walks and a sac fly. Martinsburg didn't even have to get a hit to score that run, but so much a part of Little League Baseball. It's these young players learning this game and working to get those pitches where they need them to be and so forth. Fleming lays down a bunt on the first pitch, and it's fielded by Elliott, who's now playing 3rd, and he bounces his throw to 1st, and making his turn and heading to 2nd goes Will Fleming. And there you go. Put the ball in play and just try to make something happen. And that will be an E5 as the nice bunt from Fleming drew Elliott in, and he was able to scoop it cleanly, had a chance at first, but just didn't get the throw there. It bounced, and Faircloth could not corral it. So a run in scoring position for Aiden Medina. Up for a 4th time. He tries to bunt and bunts it foul. That one working in towards the backstop off the third base side behind home. Medina 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. Sandwiched in between was a pop out to third. And his 2 strikeouts, one was looking, the last time up, a strikeout swinging. Here's that 0-1 pitch. He squares, shows bunt, pushes that bunt foul third base side, and the count now 0-2. That pitch came a little up and in. And he still tried to get that bunt down, but pushed it a few feet foul off that third base line. Tough pitch to bunt. You imagine the bunt is off now. A bunt foul on a third strike would go down as a strikeout. The 0-2 on the way. That one works a little high and outside. 1-2 to Medina. Fleming at second base. Nobody out. An insurance run for Martinsburg right now with a 5-4 lead. Batting in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch, a bouncing ball right back to the pitcher. He's got it. Throws to first. Return throw across the diamond and not in time. Gutsy base running for Will Fleming, who will go from second to third on that ground ball out. That will go 1-3. The case, though, where Cumley never really looked at second. He fielded that one, immediately turned to first. And Fleming read it well. Made his break. A nice throw back across the diamond from Faircloth. But as Elliott tried to apply the tag, just couldn't get it down fast enough. As Fleming went in with that feet first slide. So another run 60 feet away for Jameer Brown. Brown 1 for 2. Has bounced out to the pitcher, singled to center, walked, and scored 2 runs. Time taken, and now action back underway as Brown stands in the right-hand box. Here comes that pitch, and this one is bunted foul off the first base side. My apologies. That's Noah Brown, who has taken over on the hill for Cumley, who has gone back out into the outfield. So not Cumley, but Brown working now in this half inning. The error, the out, and now Brown down in the count 0-1. Awaiting that next pitch, and he offers a bunt, but bunts it foul in behind the plate. That will be strike 2. So we actually have the 4th pitcher of the game on the mound now as Noah Brown is out there. Brown versus Brown in this matchup. So Cumley only faced the 4 batters in that 3rd inning. So Brown delivers, and it's a ground ball in the hole between third and short. A backhand stab by the shortstop. Long throw across the diamond, and they didn't get him. Nice play by Landon Pence just to get to that one. Plant and throw. It was a bang-bang play at first, but Jameer Brown legs it out. It's an infield base hit. It will bring home a run as Fleming scores from third, and Martinsburg increases that lead now 6-4. One down with a runner at first. A run in for scheduled batter Christian Alter. Right-hand batter swings, hits a little cue shot off the end of the bat, but foul, barely up that first base line. No balls and a strike. So if we go back and take a look at it, Cumley is going to go 1 inning. He is not going to allow a run, did not allow a hit. He did not walk a batter, but did hit a batter and also struck out 1. Here's a pitch that goes through to the backstop, and Brown will take second base. So now a ball and 2 strikes to Alter as Brown moves up on yet another wild pitch. 1-1 the count. Another run in scoring position with a run already in the inning. Brown to the plate with this pitch, and it is down low for ball 2. So Noah Brown now the 4th pitcher for Hedgesville, Elliott, Faircloth, Cumley, and now Brown. Alter awaits that 2-1 pitch. Jameer Brown at second for Martinsburg. Here's the pitch, and it's a high fly. Straightaway center field. Center fielder moving back, looking up, and it's gone! A home run! Christian Alter sends it out over the 200-foot sign in straightaway center field. a 2-run home run. 3 runs have now scored in this half inning. And it is now an 8-4 Martinsburg lead. Christian Alter hit it high and hit it far. The 2-run home run clears the bases. 1 down still in the inning as Braden Oviedo is the due batter. 8-4 Martinsburg. And they've done it in their last 3 at-bats. Put 4 on the board in the 3rd, the go-ahead run in the 4th, and have added 3 more runs here in the 5th. It doesn't look like Oviedo now is where we'll get Braden Harrison, as Harrison comes in as a pinch hitter. Each of the substitutes for Martinsburg need to get at least 1 at-bat, as they have the 4 substitutes. So Braden Harrison to the plate. Still got to get Jalen Blair out there as well. Harrison squares, shows bunt, pulls back and takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, if you will, to this game. The first 2 innings going to Hedgesville. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, a 4-0 lead. Seemed like they were rolling. And then 4 in that top of the 3rd for Martinsburg. Turned the momentum and got them rolling. Harrison takes a strike, and the count 0-2. And the pitch, a swing and a line drive into center field, dropping quickly in there for a base hit. Braden Harrison on the 0-2 takes it right back up the middle. The base hit giving Martinsburg a 1-out runner. And it will bring up Sean Parkinson. Parkinson back in after he gave way to R.J. Brown in the 4th inning. Parkinson 0 for 2, a pop out into foul territory down the left field line and a strikeout swinging. Parkinson up with 1 away and a runner at first. An 8-4 Martinsburg lead, top half of inning number 5. Hedgesville down to their final 2 at-bats, bottom of the 5th, bottom of the 6th. Can't afford to get any further behind. Here's a fly ball straight away center field. Making the catch on that one is the center fielder. Should still be Rylan Schwartz as far as we know, and that one is out number 2. And Parkinson got under it, hit it high, hit it far, but the park holds it and Schwartz runs it down. 2 outs now on that fly out to center. The runner holds at first, Harrison there. As Ben Reisenweber stands in. He had a sac fly back in that 4th inning. That sac fly gave Martinsburg their first lead at 5-4. Takes the pitch that misses high for ball 1. Prior to that, had a single and a run scored in the 3rd. Reached on an error in the 2nd. So he's 1 for 2. Brown looks in, ready with that 1-0. Here it comes. It's popped off the end of the bat, in behind the mound, and a great play by the pitcher as he turned his body and then almost stumbling down the back slope of the mound was able to fully extended reach up and pull in that pop-up off the bat of Reisenweber. It brings the inning to a close, but Martinsburg able to put 3 runs on the board. The big blow, the 2-run home run from Christian Alter. And as we go to the bottom half of inning number 5, it is Martinsburg 8, Hedgesville 4.
It's the late nights. It's the early mornings. It's working in the sunshine and rain and snow. It's the dedication, the care, the hours of training that led to the winner's circle. It's our job, our passion, our lives. We are the Horsemen.
Ron Hawker here. You have no idea what Johnny's goes through to bring you the best seafood around. We have snow crab clusters, shrimp, crab meat, fish, all the best seafood you want at Johnny's. It's a tough job out here, but our customers are worth it. Johnny's with 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 south in Chambersburg.
As we move to the bottom half of inning number 5, The new pitcher for Martinsburg, Braden Oviedo. We knew we would see that new pitcher as Hayden Medina used up his pitch limit. Officially 86 pitches, 57 strikes as he went 4 innings, allowing 4 runs on 6 hits. He struck out 5, walked 1, and right now stands to be the pitcher of record with Martinsburg out in front 8-4. Retired the last 7 batters that he faced. It did Medina. And now Oviedo comes in to try to keep Hedgesville at bay. Oviedo has seen some time on the mound earlier in this tournament. Braden Oviedo gave up a run on 7 hits in 3 innings of work in a matchup against Morgan County. Struck out 4 and did not walk a batter. Went 2 2/3 innings against Jefferson. Gave up a run on 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, and a hit batter. So we're getting some of the defensive changes to the press box here, as you caught in that last half inning. Sometimes hard to catch. Looks like Christian Alter has moved over from third. Jameer Brown has gone to third. That means we have a new second baseman, and that is Fleming. Fleming had been in the outfield, so that means we've got a new left fielder as well. We'll effort that as we go. Looks like it's time to play some baseball. Oviedo with the first pitch to Trenton Canerium, and it misses down and away. Ball 1. Canerium has reached on an error, had a 2 RBI single. Now up for a 3rd time, first against Oviedo. Here's the pitch, and he hits it towards the shortstop. Alter has it in that throw to first in time to get him. So Alter just moving from third to take over at short, and very quickly gets the ball his way. He makes that play, the ground out 6-3. And with 1 out, it brings up Levi Faircloth. Right now, Hedgesville needs something to spark them. You just get that feeling that after that early 4-0 lead and the momentum going back to Martinsburg, and now down 8-4, they've got to have a big hit, something that can begin to ignite this team as Faircloth takes a pitch in there for a strike. Faircloth has struck out swinging and singled to left. He's 1 for 2, swings and misses here. 0-2. Good mix of the pitches from Oviedo. A little off speed there. Now that 0-2, a swing and a bouncer towards the third baseman. Brown is in on it. He's got it. Throw to first in time to get him. Faircloth able to make contact, but on the ground towards third. A tough play for Brown, who had to come in, scoop, and get it down the line in time to get Faircloth. The out 5-3. 2 outs, base is empty. And now 9 straight batters retired by Martinsburg pitching. 7 in a row from Medina. 2 straight from Oviedo to get this bottom of the 5th underway. Rylan Swartz now the batter, and the pitch to him. Down low, ball 1. Swartz had the big blow back in that first inning, the 2-run single that gave Hedgesville the early 2-0 lead. Bounced into a 6-4 fielder's choice after that, so he's 1 for 2. He takes a called strike. Count moves to 1-1. Oviedo from the stretch with that 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. Now 1-2. That one working a little down and away from the right-hand batter. The 1-2 pitch to Swartz. He lays off of this one. I learned his lesson from that last pitch. Good eye by Swartz as it moves to 2-2. Fool me once, as the old saying goes. It wasn't going to get fooled on that last pitch. The 2-2 pitch goes out of play along the right field side as Swartz, a little late on that swing, made contact to stay alive. We'll do it again at 2-2. Fool me once, shame on you, right? Fool me twice, shame on me. He was not going to fall for it. Here he pops it up over the head of the second baseman. Fleming not going to get to it. It drops out into shallow right field for a 2-out base hit. Good piece of hitting by Schwartz. Got that one out off the end of the bat and dunked it into shallow right. He's aboard for the second time today. 2 for 3 at the plate. And it brings up Mason Elliott. Elliott 0 for 2. Fly out to center, a bounce out to Shorts. And he takes strike 1. Oviedo taking that throw back from Pedersen, immediately turning and looking towards Schwartz at first. Swinging away, here's a bouncing ball fair past the first baseman inside the bag, down into foul territory in the right field corner. John's on it quickly, gets to second, but off the glove of the shortstop Alter, and a run will come home to score. Schwartz has very good speed. He went from first to third, and as he made that wide turn and looked back and saw the cutoff throw go off the glove of Alter, he quickly broke for the plate, and he comes home to score. 8-5. The Martinsburg lead cut down to 3. And now it brings to the plate Wysocki, who takes high ball 1. Another run in scoring position at second base. As Elliott reaches on that double. Hit it very sharply inside the bag at first. Wysocki fouls this one back. 1 ball and 1 strike. The run officially would score on the error on that misplay out at second, as the runner made his turn at third and then held up and came home once he saw that ball get away. Pitch to the plate in there for a strike. Now 1 and 2. Wysocki, a strikeout and a ground out to short. 0 for 2 as he stands in and takes this pitch outside. Count evens up 2 and 2. 2 outs. And with 2 outs in the inning, a single, a double, and an error, bringing home a run. 8-5. Martinsburg in front. Hedgesville trying to dent the scoreboard again. Here's a fly ball into that gap in left center field. And Medina, the center fielder, ranging over to his right, reaches up and makes the grab right in front of the left fielder. Some good communication between the two as the out is recorded. The fly out to center ends the inning, but a run does come across for the All-Stars of Hedgesville as they draw a little closer. Heading to the 6th and final inning of regulation when we come back with Martinsburg in front of Hedgesville, 8-5.
Procter & Gamble brands are trusted in millions of living rooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. P&G's Tabler Station plant in Martinsburg, West Virginia, is open and hiring. Candidates must be 18 years or older and possess a high school diploma or GED. No experience necessary. P&G offers an extensive list of benefits and starting wage of $17.50 an hour. To apply, go to pgcareers.com and search Plant Technicians, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Be part of P&G's most technologically advanced location in the world.
When you're hurting, we're here. When things are confusing, we're here. When you need answers, we're here. Brown Funeral Home. We've been caring for families like yours for generations, since 1880. Whether you want to plan ahead or you need us now. Our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown-Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Now, Matt Miller with you from here at the Morgan County Little League Complex. Our studio engineer for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, Caleb Valero. Final game of the Area 1 tournament in this 10 to 12-year-old bracket. Tonight's winner will play Hampshire in the District 6 tournament. That'll be on Saturday, July the 6th at 4 p.m. in Petersburg. Our pregame will begin right around 3:45. And then after that, a 6:30 first pitch with a 6:15 pregame. That'll be the winner's bracket matchup between Jefferson and Bi-State. That tournament will continue with a single game then on Sunday and a single game Monday. And if needed in the double elimination tournament, the loss stays in that loss column for the team that advances out of the loser's bracket. So they got to beat that winner's bracket twice. If that happens, we'll have a game on Tuesday the 9th as well. The batter to get the top of the 6th inning started for Martinsburg, Jalen Blair, shows bunt and takes the pitch outside for a ball, and it's Noah Brown back out there for his second inning of relief. Blair does lay the bunt down up the first base line, but quickly off the mound, Brown has it. He turns, throws to first, and in time to get him. I'm not sure Blair thought that he got it where he wanted. He kind of hesitated before coming out of the box. And he is easily retired on the bunt attempt. Nice play by Brown, who got on that ball very quickly as well. So good defense for out number one. And it will bring to the plate Matthew Johns. He is 1 for 3 today. Swings, getting a piece of the first pitch in this at bat. Fouls it off right at the plate for strike one. A strikeout in the second. Had a 2 RBI single in the third. A fly out to left in the fourth. The fly out was into the gap a little bit. It was a nice play by Maynard to go get it. Johns swings through a high fastball. 0-2 the count. 8-5 the lead for Martinsburg. As we look ahead to the bottom of the sixth inning for Hedgesville, they'll have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due. Next pitch just low and outside. 1-2 to Johns. Will Fleming would be due next. One down, base is empty. Top of the sixth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. I floated that one up there. It was apparently out of the strike zone. But he went after it, and Johns is retired on the strikeout. The first strikeout for Brown. Let's see. We're going to have, looks like Matty Lupus come back in and hit again. So Matty Lupus going to hit here in this sixth inning. So Will Fleming in the number 9 spot in the order drew a walk in the second and reached on an error in the fifth. Lupus drew a walk in the third and now will bat here in this sixth inning, and he takes high ball one. Can have somewhat offensive defensive substitutions in Little League All-Star Baseball when you follow all of the entry re-entry rules. Lupus fouling away the 1-0 pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-5 the lead for Martinsburg. Trying to go 2-0 against Hedgesville here in this tournament. Martinsburg went to the district last year in this age bracket. They were 3-0 here in the area tournament, winning the Winners Bracket Championship. Pitch to the plate in there for a strike. Now 1-2 to Lupus. But then went 0-2 in district play. Lost 10-0 to Bi-State and 4-2 against Jefferson. Did not get to the state tournament. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. That one misses inside. 2-2. For some of these players at the 9 to 11-year-old tournament, they went 4-2, winning the district championship, getting all the way to the state semifinals where they lost 2-1 against Hurricane, who finished as the state runner-up. Lupus getting a piece of the 2-2 pitch, bounces it foul, right in behind home plate. Holding it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lupus back in the right-hand batter's box, awaiting the pitch. Brown is ready, and here it comes. And that is in there for a called strike 3. Lupus down on strikes, a pair of Ks in the inning for Brown. And he sets down Martinsburg in order. And now for Hedgesville, down to their final at-bat. Got to have at least 3 runs to keep it going. 4 runs for a walk-off win. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning with Martinsburg in front, 8-5.
The level of care that I got at WVU Medicine was top-notch.
If you're not progressing in healthcare, you're falling behind.
Is really an integration, looking at a clinical care network, looking at the good people who can help push the envelope and raise the bar for delivering quality healthcare product.
To have my life back is absolutely a blessing. I am beyond thankful for WVU Medicine. I absolutely 100% have my life back.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back in to the Little League complex in Morgan County, just outside of Berkeley Springs. We're down to the final half inning of regulation, and for the All-Stars of Hedgesville, the 8-9-1 hitters due to face Braden Oviedo, looking to close this one out. A chance potentially to pick up a save right now, the deficit at 3 runs. Out of that number 8 spot in the order, it looks like Brian French, who will be called on as a pinch hitter. So French comes off the bench, ready to swing the bat to get this bottom of the 6th that started. French into the right-hand batter's box. Oviedo, the right-hander on the mound, ready, and delivers high, ball 1. Jacob Cumley would be due next, and then back to the top of the order, and Landon Pence, and we have time being taken. Martinsburg coaching staff trying to make sure they've got things correct in their scorebook, assuming related to who is batting in which position. So there's a quick question between the books. Now the official scorer will go down as they will look to check with the official book, make sure that they get this worked out, whatever that situation may be. Austin Maynor, who started in that number 8 spot in the order, had an at-bat in the 2nd, gave way to Jacob Stout, who hit in the 3rd. Maynor went right back out and went to the field defensively, and now French being called on to hit in this number 8 spot in the order. District Administrator Nevin Kilmer coming over to find out what the situation is, and he'll go over the Little League rules with both managers as Matt Faircloth has come down out of the third base coach's box. I am not sure exactly what the conversation is about. Our plate umpire, Mike Citro, is in on the conversation as well. So we'll see what this may mean as French awaits the opportunity to step back in if he's allowed to, with the count at a ball and no strikes. Tell you what, you almost have to be an accountant in the dugout to keep track of all of the substitution rules in Little League Baseball, allowing players to come in, you'd be used as special pinch runners but not actually be put into the game, allowing players to bat, but then the player that they bat for to be able to be put right back in defensively, and then to even allow that same player to come back and bat a second time in that same spot in the lineup. Like I said earlier, it almost gives you a chance to substitute out offense and defense. If you got a player that you feel more comfortable with defensively in the field, you can leave them out there, but then substitute back in the player that swung the bat, and you maybe feel a little more comfortable with him at the plate. So you definitely have to keep track of a whole lot of changes and things that are going on. And so the conversation continues. Dave Boyd, one of the lead umpires, now in on the conversation with Nevin Kilmer. And just like that, Dave Boyd says, let's play ball. Whatever Dave knows that nobody else knew, he said, let's go. So we'll wait and see if we get any type of an explanation up here to the press box or not. Otherwise, we'll be in the dark just like you are at home. What we do know is that the score is 8-5. Martinsburg with the lead They trailed early 2-0 and then 4-0. They tied at 4-4, took a 5-4 lead, and then added 3 runs in the 5th inning, pushing it out to an 8-4 lead. Hedgesville scored in the bottom of the 5th, cutting it to 8-5. Martinsburg did not score in the top of the 6th inning, and now we're in the bottom of the 6th. And Brian French ready to stand back in and will now take a pitch for a strike. And it's 1-1. Several minutes between the two pitches that he sees. Oviedo ready. And here's that 1-1. Just down low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Now, Martinsburg knows that this game is not finished yet. They took a 4-0 lead into the last at-bat on Saturday against this Hedgesville team as the 2-1 pitch lifted foul off the third base side. That one hitting up against the fencing. There's Jameer Brown, the third baseman, giving chase, couldn't get to it. Count now 2-2. And Oviedo with a break, even a swing and a miss. French is down on strikes. First strikeout for Oviedo since coming in the last inning. 1 down as it will bring to the plate Colton Stefanko. So Stefanko will become the third batter to bat in the number 9 spot in the order, as it was Jacob Cumley who singled and scored in the 2nd. Donovan Smith, who bounced out unassisted to the first baseman in the 4th, and now Stefanko, who takes strike 1. Back to Saturday, Martinsburg had that 4-0 lead going into the final at bat, and Hedgesville played at 3 runs and had the tying and even winning runs on base. Final out was recorded, and Martinsburg held on for that 4-3 victory. Stefanko takes a called strike 2. Oviedo with that 0-2 pitch. Here it comes, swing and a miss. Took that fastball up the rung of the ladder. Stefanko went after it, and he is down on strikes. That's 2 Ks now for Oviedo, and with 2 outs and nobody on, it's up to Landon Pence to try to get something started. Hey, it was in the 5th inning when they got a 2-out single followed by a double and an error that brought home a run. Anything can happen. It ain't over till it's over as Pence takes down low and away, ball 1. Again, as we wrap up here, we'll get you to the All-Star game. Let's watch as we get a pitch in there for a strike 1-1. We'll take you to the College World Series. This is the Little League All-Star game. College World Series game 2 going on as we speak. We'll join it in progress. Oviedo misses outside through to the backstop as the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Pence has walked, has singled, has lined out to the pitcher. Here comes that 1-2, and that one misses high. Evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on. 8-5 Martinsburg. A strike away from wrapping this loser's bracket championship up. Here's a ground ball under the glove of the third baseman. Brown ranging to his left, reached down, could not get it. It's out into left field, and it's a 2-out base hit. Pence on a 2-2 pitch delivers, and Hedgesville has a base runner for Noah Brown. Brown reached on a bunt single and scored in the 1st. Struck out in the 2nd, flied out to right in the 4th. He takes a pitch down low for ball 1. That one almost got through Pedersen. He was able to keep it right there at his feet and hold that runner at first. Of course, if you're Pence at first, your run's important, but not the most important, down by 3. So you don't want to make a mistake on the base paths as Brown takes, and the count 1-1. 8-5, Martinsburg in front. Oviedo with that 1-1 delivery. Swinging a ground ball back up the middle. That one's quickly into center field for a base hit. Hayden Medina getting on it, getting it in. Holding the runners to a base as Pence stops at second. Brown is aboard at first. And now it will bring up the tying run. Back-to-back singles. And time being taken as Victor Lupus out to talk with Oviedo. See if he's making a change or just simply going over a few things before Trenton Canerium steps in. Canerium reached on an error in the 1st, had a 2 RBI single in the 2nd, and bounced out to short in the 5th. He represents the game-tying run at the plate with runners at first and second. Martinsburg currently in front by 3. The conference wraps up. Canerium, meanwhile, went down and talked with Matt Faircloth in that third base coach's box, and now he's ready to step in. Big opportunity here for Hedgesville. He said they got to get a spark, and maybe that 2-out rally to score a run in the 5th inning, a bit of a spark. He swings at the first pitch, grounds it up the middle, gloved by the shortstop, and he'll take it to the bag. Touching second, getting the force out of Noah Brown. It will bring the ball game to a close, and Martinsburg will claim the losers bracket championship here in the District 6 Area 1 tournament, as they will get the win by the final score of 8-5, rallying from an early 4-0 deficit to get the victory. We'll tell you all about it as we come back for our postgame show. A 2-minute timeout. It's Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Welcome to La Bella Vita, named for my Grandma Vita. Our mountaintop getaway honors her legacy while complementing the home's spectacular views. This recently renovated property boasts a breathtaking landscape of Deep Creek Lake while providing great open interior spaces for a sensational vacation. You'll immediately notice the great room allows for entertaining, dining, and relaxing after long days on the lake or skiing on the slopes of Wisp. Your family and friends will enjoy relaxing in all the open spaces. The home features 6 bedrooms, including 4 that are private suites. And each of the 4 levels of this home feature amazing visibility as far as the eye can see. Like our family, we hope you enjoy making memories here on the mountain. We love sharing the spacious, warm, and inviting home that overlooks the lake. Cheers to the beautiful life, La Bella Vita.
It's one of the toughest times you'll ever face when someone close to you passes away. It's a swirl of papers to sign and arrangements to be made, all while you're dealing with grief. At Brown Funeral Home, we encourage you to pre-plan. Pre-planning not only makes things easier for you, it protects you from rising costs. At Brown Funeral Home, our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson.
Procter & Gamble brands are trusted in millions of living rooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and bathrooms. P&G's Tabler Station plant in Martinsburg, West Virginia, is open and hiring. Candidates must be 18 years or older and possess a high school diploma or GED. No experience necessary. P&G offers an extensive list of benefits and starting wage of $17.50 an hour. To apply, go to pgcareers.com and search Plant Technicians, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Be part of P&G's most technologically advanced location.
We welcome you back to the Morgan County Little League Complex. Matt Miller with you, Caleb Falero, our studio engineer. Let's get into our post-game show quickly, recapping this one before getting you off to the College Baseball World Series between Vanderbilt and Michigan. Game 2 with Michigan leading 1-0. Well, in this one, it was Hedgesville who got off to the fast start. A 2 RBI single with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning from Rylan Swartz gave Hedgesville the 2-0 lead. They would make it 4-0 in the bottom of the second inning when, with 2 outs, Trenton Canerium delivered a 2 RBI single, and it looked like Hedgesville was on a roll. But in the top of the third inning, Martinsburg would come to life. They would send 9 batters to the plate, scoring 4 runs on 4 hits. They scored 1 run on a passed ball, scored another run on a wild pitch, and a 2 RBI single from Matthew Johns was the big offensive blow of the 4 hits. As Martinsburg tied it at 4, Martinsburg would then take their first lead of the game in the 4th inning after 2 walks and a hit batter opened the inning. A pitching change led to a strikeout for the first out, but then Ben Reisenweber delivered a sacrifice fly. That scored Jameer Brown, and Martinsburg had the lead for the first time on the day, 5-4. They added 3 more runs in the top half of the 5th inning, thanks in part to an error that helped to bring home a run, and then a 2-run home run for Christian Alter. and that put 3 on the board and gave Martinsburg an 8-4 lead. Hedgesville plated a run in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs. There was a single, a double, and an error that brought home Ryland Schwartz. We went to the 6th inning with Martinsburg failing to score, and in the bottom of the 6th inning, Hedgesville tried to get something going with a couple of 2-out singles, but a fielder's choice ground ball wraps it up, and Martinsburg gets the win by the final of 8-5 as Martinsburg improves to 3-1, and they will advance to District 6 play in Petersburg beginning on July the 6th. We'll tell you all about that as we run the numbers and set you up for our next broadcast, wrapping up the postgame show after this 1-minute timeout. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
The level of care that I got at WVU Medicine was top-notch.
If you're not progressing in healthcare, you're falling behind.
Is really an integration, looking at a clinical care network, looking at the good people who can help push the envelope and raise the bar for delivering a quality healthcare product.
To have my life back is absolutely a blessing. I am beyond thankful for WVU Medicine. I absolutely 100% have my life back.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Well, we are back one more time here at the Morgan County Little League Complex as we take a look at the numbers from this one. We begin with our pitching totals. Hayden Medina going to get the win in 4 innings for Martinsburg. Gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. He struck out 5, walked 1. Braden Oviedo gave up a run on 4 hits in 2 innings. He would strike out 2, did not walk a batter. Will get a save in this one as he closes it out with that 3-run lead. Mason Elliott, a no decision in the start for Hedgesville. 4 runs on 5 hits in 2 2/3 innings. Struck out 5, walked 2, and hit a batter. Levi Faircloth takes the loss in relief. Went a third of an inning, gave up a run on no hits. Struck out 1, but walked 3 and hit a batter. Jacob Cumley in 1 inning, no runs, no hits. He struck out a batter, did not walk a batter, did hit a batter, and then Noah Brown finished it out. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in 2 innings. He struck out 2 and walked none. Offensively for Hedgesville, Landon Pence, a couple of hits, drew a walk. He went 2 for 3, scored 2 runs. Noah Brown went 2 for 4. He came home to score a run, a couple of singles for him. Trenton Canerium drove home 2 with a 2 RBI single. Levi Faircloth had a base hit, a single to left as he went 1 for 3. Ryland Schwartz 2 for 3. A couple of singles, 2 runs driven in, and a run scored. Mason Elliott had a double as he went 1 for 3, and a single and a run scored as well for Jacob Cumley. For Martinsburg, you're looking at a couple of base hits, a walk, and 3 runs scored for Jameer Brown. Christian Alter, 2 for 3, a single, a walk, and a big 2-run home run. Braden Oviedo had a base hit as he went 1 for 1 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Braden Harrison had a single as well. A sac fly, a single, and a run scored for Ben Reisenweber. Brett Pedersen hit by a pitch, came around to score a run, and Matthew Johns delivered a 2-run single as he went 1 for 4. Final totals, Martinsburg 8 runs on 8 hits with 2 errors, 10 left, 5 in scoring position. Hedgesville 5 runs on 10 hits, 3 errors. They left 7, 4 in scoring position. Medina the win, Faircloth the loss. Time of the game, 2 hours and 13 minutes. Hedgesville finishes the tournament 1 win and 2 losses. Martinsburg at 3-1 moves on to district play. That tournament will begin in Petersburg on Saturday, July the 6th. Game 1 at 4 p.m., our pregame at 3:45. Martinsburg versus Hampshire in the losers bracket. So the winner moves on, the loser will be done, while Jefferson and Bi-State will then meet in the winners bracket on Saturday, July 6th at 6:30. Our pregame right around 6:15. That winner stays in the winner's bracket, while the loser would play the winner of the loser's bracket game, and we would work our way through until just one team is left as the District 6 tournament champions, and they move on to the state tournament in South Charleston in later July. Well, that's going to wrap it up for our coverage here. Thanks to each of our sponsors supporting our being able to follow this Little League All-Star Tournament. We do thank you for joining us at each of our broadcast entities. Thanks goes out to Nevin Kilmer, District Administrator, Lynn Compton, the Tournament Director, all the staff and the folks here at Morgan County Little League Complex for their help, their support, their hospitality with our broadcast coverage. Thanks to our studio engineer, Caleb Falero. I'm Matt Miller reminding you to stay tuned. We're joining in progress Game 2 of the College World Series between Michigan and Vanderbilt. We'll be there in just another minute or so. Our final tonight in the Losers Bracket Championship, it's Martinsburg over Hedgesville 8-5. Until next time, so long, everyone.
We thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, Bechtel Jewelers, Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the Berkeley County Health Department, Procter & Gamble, Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors John Everson and Phil McCoy, and Parsons Ford.
Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.